All right, so today we're going to review two distinct ways of finding the vertex of a parabola. One method is the axis of symmetry, and the other method is going to be by completing the square. So let's see here, see if I can get this to work correctly. All right, so let me just start with axis of symmetry. The first thing I want you to notice about the first question here for axis of symmetry is that here I have to label this as A, B, and C. Um, I know A is -1, B is -6, C is -5. So I come over here and I rewrite this now as a fraction. It'll be negative because it's already negative. B is already a -6, so an extra -6 all over 2 times A. So that will be 2 times -1. The negative and negative become positive, so this now turns into just a regular 6 over -2, which means that now if I divide, I'm going to have that x is equal to -3. Now, if I check my parabola and I look along the x, I'm going to find that I do have to go across to the -3. So that would mean I have 1, I have 2, and I have 3. Okay, so now the goal is to prove that my other point along the y is going to be here at 4 so that I can find the vertex. Here on my picture, I can verify that my vertex is going to be 4, -3, comma 4. So here is the position, but if I don't have the picture, I need to have a way of figuring that out. All right, so let's begin here. The next thing I do is I rewrite the original equation, but instead of putting the x, I'm going to just put parentheses. And the reason for that is that inside each of these parentheses, I'm going to replace it with -3. So now I'm going to take this -3 and I'm going to just put it in here. Now, as I do that, I'm going to go ahead and start solving the problem. The first thing is I need to find here um, -3 squared. That's going to be negative of 9. Then in here, -6 times -3 becomes a positive 18. And the -5 is still there for looks. Now I'm going to have -9 plus 18. That's going to give me 9. 9 minus 5, in fact, gives me 4. And this, of course, is my value for y. And now I have verified that my vertex is indeed at -3, comma 4. All right? So that's method number 1. Okay? So method number 2 involves completing the square. So what does that mean? Well, if I have this particular one, I need to be able to fill out the square inside here. So the first technique on this one that I'm going to follow is I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to divide everything by -2. So I'll say here, -2, divide here, -2. Now when I do that, I'm going to cross this out, and in here I'm going to rewrite it fresh. So it's going to be in parentheses. If I divide by -2, I'm left with x squared. If I divide -16 by -2, I'm left with 8x. And -28 divided by -2 becomes plus 14. So what I do now is I'm going to take each of these pieces, which is my x squared, 8x, 14, and I'm going to put it inside of the square. So let's see, x squared goes here. The 8x gets divided by 2 because it has to be split up between this part and this part. I know that if I take 4x and 4x. That gives me the original 8x. And then last but not least, the 14 will purposely be put outside. Not to forget that the negative 2 is going to come here to the front because this is going to multiply everything. And now I start filling out the outside, or I start filling it out. Since I know that x squared is just x times x, I know 4x is going to be a positive 4. And now I know that 4 times 4 is 16. Now the only trick to this is that whatever I do in here, I have to undo it here. The reason for that is I'm not allowed to give myself an extra 16 without taking it away. Now that I have that, I purposely put parentheses here to remind myself of my next step. And so what that means is that now I'm going to end up with a problem that looks like this, or a solution rather, that looks like this. So that will be negative 2. That will be x plus 4, which is squared. And then 14 minus 16 happens to be equal to negative 2. Now I'll put the whole thing here in brackets because what happens is I'm supposed to multiply here and here by negative 2. Now that's going to give me a final answer of negative 2. This becomes the x plus 4. So this part of the equation doesn't get affected. Negative 2 times negative 2, that becomes a positive 4. And now I'm going to check my picture. I'm going to notice that my first value is at negative 4, and I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 up. So my vertex happens to be at negative 4, comma 4. So the way that I read this is that inside parentheses, I always go in the opposite direction. And outside parentheses, I follow instructions. So this verifies that in fact my vertex is going to be at negative 4 comma 4. And those are the two techniques. Okay. Now, just to kind of finish it all off, you can find copies of this technique. Let me change pages. By going to your red folder, and inside the red folder, if you click on quadratic equation, you would be able to find two parts. The first one is going to be the axis of symmetry calculation right here. And the second one is going to be completing the square or completing the square part 2. These give you practice for the exact same calculation I just reviewed. Okay, I hope this makes some sense. Okay, make sure to ask questions. Have a good one today.